Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Installment of Scott Selections here for Thursday, August 1st. For again, today's play of the day. Quick recap of what happened yesterday. We had a loss in baseball with Taj Bradley to record the win at plus 105 on DraftKings. Bradley had been great. He had given up no runs in his last three starts combined, but he was really bad against Miami, of all teams, as he gave up a couple home runs early and he did not pitch well enough to get the win. Tampa scored some runs early for him, but unfortunately, he just didn't have it. Picked up a loss there. Look for a winner here on Thursday. For the actual play, that want to remind you once again, there are more picks on our website. So go to the website and you do. Use the promo code L9KYWS40 to 4% off. Code is also in the description. Plus a reminder, hit the like button, subscribe to the bell so you're notified. You'll never miss an episode. Now for the actual play for Thursday, warning, a really bad sports card on Thursday. You have the Hall of Fame game where both teams are benching all their starters. Really don't want to bet on it. You have some baseball games, but not many. It's a pretty short slate. Nothing jumped out to me. So we're going to pivot to the Olympics, actually, because there's a tennis matchup that I do like quite a bit. It's going to be taking place at around 1 p.m. Eastern Time between Djokovic and Tsitsipas. And for this one, going to go Djokovic team total over 12.5 games at minus 135 on ESPN bet. Time recording of 1 a.m. Eastern Time. Covering why we're going to go with Djokovic team total over in this matchup. First reason, Djokovic has been very solid in the event so far, but he has not really played anybody. To go through his actual path here, ended up beating Ebden, who was a last second fill-in, who had not played a singles match on the ATP level in about 5 years. Basically a bye for Djokovic. Beat Nadal in the second round, which I know is a great win on paper, but you have to add context. Nadal is well past his prime. He's about to retire, and on top of that, he also was fresh off of a 2.5-hour marathon in the first round with no day off in between, and he's also playing doubles, or he was playing doubles with Alcaraz. So really a bad spot for Nadal. And as a result, I do think the win wasn't as impressive as the name would suggest. And in the third round, he ended up beating Kempfer, who was a Cinderella story, and he's a pretty decent player, not top 20 caliber, though. So once again, Joker did have a pretty solid path to the quarters. And Tsitsipas is still a massive step up in competition, so I think the Joker might struggle, at least in some situations in this matchup. Now, Tsitsipas had a bit of a struggle in the first round against Bergs. Then he beat Evans in straight sets comfortably and ended up beating Baez in the round of 16 on Wednesday. Baez is a very solid clay player. Won a 500 event earlier this year on clay. So good win there by Tsitsipas, but he has looked sharp so far in the event, and I do think that he can give Djokovic at least one set of competitive tennis, which is all we need for this bet to cash. Now, to go through the actual team total numbers for Joker in the head-to-head, Joker has gone over this number in 4 of the last 5 matches that were 2 out of 3 sets against Tsitsipas. So not including Grand Slam matches, only 2 out of 3 set matches. Joker has gone over this team total in 4 of his last 5. Want to also mention that in that matchup against Kempfer in the round of 16, Joker did have a 7-5 set, so he ended up going over that team total number as well. Now, Joker has faced off against Tsitsipas a couple of times in the French Open. Not the same because this is 2 out of 3, but the courts are the same because, of course, it's taking place in Paris. And those 2 meetings were very competitive. They were a bit dated, though, as Joker did win both meetings, but they were in 5 sets. So the point is Tsitsipas has had some success against Joker in the past on these courts. He hasn't won. He doesn't really need to for the sake of this bet to win. Point is, as long as there's one competitive set, 175 or 176, you're in good shape for Joker team total, and you can get there in a couple of ways. Either you get one competitive set and Joker ends up winning the match, you win automatically, or the match goes 3, get a bit of a marathon in there, and Joker can get there just by potentially not even winning the match, but by getting enough games in a 3-setter. Point is, though, I think that Tsitsipas will actually keep the match somewhat close. I'm not picking him to win because Joker's owned him historically, but the matches have been kind of competitive, and I do think that on clay, Tsitsipas has looked pretty sharp, and I do think that he can definitely have some moments in this matchup where Joker will not fully run through him. He should win, but I think it'll be a bit more competitive than people think. Spoil that once again here for Thursday, August 1st, going to be on Joker team total over 12.5 games at minus 135 on ESPN bet. Bye, everyone.